Kita na manawai. Amen.
Nyajo odibowani nkose browa.
Koere mikisiku.
Ekene Maria, Egypt na ịdị ngọzi n'etiti gboro niile, ọ dịazị ngọzi bụ afọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu, rịọbara anyị ndị nje arịrịọ kịta na manawai. Amen.
Okwu emela arụ.
O wee binyere anyị.
Ekene Maria, Egypt na Gracia, osebruwa nọnyeli, ịdị ngọzi n'etiti gboro niile, ọ dịazị ngọzi bụ afọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu, rịọbara anyị ndị nje arịrịọ kịta na manawai. Amen.
Rịọbara anyị arịrịọ ọnne nke Chukwu dị asọ.
Ka anyị nweta onyinye nkwa nke Kristi.
Arịrịọ anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu, ka erinye Gracia anyị n'ime obi anyị, ka anyị bụ ndị anyị butere ozi ọma, ewelarụ Kristi nwa gị site n'afọ ya na obe ya, wee bata n'osito na mbilite n'ọnwụ ya site na Kristi dị mere anyị.
Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na kịta na ebo niile ruo ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na kịta na ebo niile ruo ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na kịta na ebo niile ruo ebe ebe. Amen.
Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwere gara aga
site n'ekpere nke Chukwu ka ha zuru ike na ndokwa.
ka mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ,
Nọnyekwara mmụọ gị.
ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụnụ, Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara gị site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi, ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwosu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnobi, 081-4982-8254.
Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are looking for a new Nigeria,
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Good evening and welcome to Abona, the 103.5 FM News Update. Today, Wednesday, the 19th day of April 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Shuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. Crisis looms in Anambra community as 2 monarchs emerge. Police arrest 2 women for child trafficking in Enugu. Kiyamo mocks Labour Party over parallel Imo governorship primaries. NCDC reports over 1,000 cholera cases in 3 months. Cross River, Ebonyi, top list. Court sacks Uluomo-led Parks Garages Committee, reinstates RTEAN. Mexican president accused of wiretapping activists. Violating pledge. Now, details. Crisis looms in Anambra community as 2 monarchs emerge. Crisis is now looming at the Okozo community in Oyi local government area of Anambra State with last Monday's coronation of Chief Shibike Okafor as a new traditional ruler of the area. Okafor's installation came even as Prof. Charles Anikweze was issued with a certificate of recognition by former Governor Willie Obiano's administration on May 2nd, 2019, as the traditional ruler of the community, performing the crowning ceremony on Okafor as the Eza Ganama III, an authentic monarch of the community amidst the tension. The head of Okozo, Kingmaker Obala Okozo, Chief Nweke Ozemena Mbiki, noted that he was crowning Okafor because the Igwe stool runs in the royal family of Aganama and not rotational as some people thought. Mbeke recalled that the community has been engrossed in a traditional rulership crisis since 2005, 18 years, when the former royal father, Igwe John Nebolisa, joined his ancestors, contributing three representatives of the three quarters in Okozo, Ezi, represented by Aganama Ifite Ezudene, and Ikenga Ezodiwe, expressed satisfaction with the crowning, adding that Prof. Anikweze could be the Igwe of elites with a government certificate, while Okafor, who inherited the throne from his forefathers, remained the Igwe of the grassroots. Reacting, the traditional Prime Minister Onowu Chief Tochukwu Mbako said that it was now that the community has their God-given monarch who went through the normal processes to be crowned. It is in the family of Aganama that any Igwe must emerge and then be crowned by the last Igwe we had was Igwe John Nebolisa, who joined his ancestors in 2005, he said. In his response, the newly crowned monarch thanked the people for finding him worthy, adding that whoever that wants good thing will follow him. With my crowning as the monarch and Ezaganama, the third of Okozo, peace, which eluded the people for over 18 years, and tranquility have been. It is thanks to God for the love He has for us all these years. Now that I have been crowned as the monarch by the Obala Okozo, Okozo had gotten a traditional ruler ordained by God to pilot the affairs of the people, he said. But in his reaction, Professor Anikweze, who already had a certificate of recognition alongside 47 others from the former Governor Willie Obiano-led administration on May 2nd, 2019, described what transpired on Monday's installation of Chief Okafor as another traditional ruler as an act of illegality. What they did was purely illegal. This case is still pending in court. I am still the Igwe Nnameni of Okozo, while Chief Okafor is an impostor. I still remain the certificate I still retain the certificate of recognition by the government, which gave me the power of Igwe. If somebody raises up as an impostor, he is on his own. They are trying to woo some crisis, but we wait and see, he stated. Police arrest two women for child trafficking in Enugu. Police detectives in Enugu have arrested two women for allegedly stealing and trafficking two children. The police public relations officer of Enugu State Command, DSP Daniel Ndukwe, who disclosed this to journalists in Enugu on Tuesday, said police operatives serving in a SWAT of Enugu State Command, acting on credible information, busted a child stealing and trafficking syndicate and arrested two female suspects, one Miracle Oji, 24 aged, and Blessing Annie, aged 34. Their arrest led to the rescue of two children, Ogechi and a female, aged 4, and Destiny Okechukwu, male, aged 1. He said preliminary investigation reveals that on the 24th March 2023, Miracle Oji stole and was escaping with Ogechi Ede before she was intercepted and arrested with assistance of citizens at Ameke Uduma community in Anere local government area. Her confessional statement led to the arrest of Blessing Annie around ShopRite Mall in Ugu, where she was waiting to receive and further traffic the child. On her part, Blessing Annie confessed to have been involved in the act of child trafficking since 2017 and guided the operatives to Abuja, where the male victim, Destiny Okechukwu, who had been sold with fake documents and renamed Chibike, was rescued. Meanwhile, frantic investigative efforts are on course to arrest other members of the syndicate, while the suspects will be arraigned in court once investigation into the case is concluded, he said. Kiyamo mocks Labour Party over parallel Imo governorship primaries. The chief spokesman of the All Progressive Congress Presidential Campaign Council, APC-PCC, Festus Kiyamo, has mocked the Labour Party over the emergence of two governorship candidates in Imo State. Newsman reports that the crisis rocking the party in Imo State took another turn when two factions of the party produced different governorship flag bearers, Senator Atan Ashono and Ikechukwu Ukegbu, in a parallel primary elections held over the weekend. The Lamido Apapa-led faction of the party conducted the primary that produced Ukebu and was handed the flag of the party by the national vice chairman of the party, Northeast, Mohammed Ibrahim Akali. Meanwhile, the Julius Aburi-led faction of the party had earlier on Saturday conducted its own primary election where Senator Atan Ashonu emerged as the winner. Taken to his verified Twitter account on Tuesday, Keyamo said the Labour Party is delusional about wanting to change the way politics is being played in the country. He wrote, "Those who want to change the way we play politics in Nigeria are already having parallel governorship party primaries in Imo State. Talk of self-delusion," he stated. Nigeria Center for Disease Control reports over 1,000 cholera cases in 3 months. Cross River, Ebonyi, top list. The Nigerian Center for Disease and Prevention Control, NCDC, has recorded 1,336 suspected cases of cholera and 79 deaths in 2023. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, in its latest cholera situation report, said the cases were recorded in 12 states across 43 local government areas. The states are Abia, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Cross River, Ebonyi, Kano, Katsina, Niger, Ondo, Osun, Sokoto, and Zamfara. The agency said of all suspected cases, 53% were male, while 47% were female. As of 2nd April 2023, a total of 1,336 suspected cases, including 79 deaths, CFR 5.9%, have been reported from 12 states, the report reads. Of the suspected cases since the beginning of the year, age groups 15 to 24 and 45 years are the most affected age groups for male and females, respectively. 6 states: Cross River, 647 cases; Ebonyi, 97 cases; Abia, 72 cases; Niger, 38 cases; and Zamfara, 28 cases, account for 96% of all cumulative cases. 15 local government areas across 9 states: Ebonyi 4, Cross River 3, Ondo 2, Bayelsa 1, Abia 1, Katsina 1, Sokoto 1, Niger 1, and Zamfara 1 reported more than 5 cases each this year. The NCDC said it will continue training on cholera surveillance, hotspot mapping, state-level preparedness, and response plans. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization said at least 24 countries continue to report cholera cases. The overall capacity to respond to the multiple and simultaneous outbreaks continue to be strained due to the global lack of resources, including shortages of the oral cholera vaccine, as well as our stretched public health and medical personnel who are dealing with multiple disease outbreaks and other health emergencies at the same time. Based on the current situation, World Health Organization assesses the risk at the global level as very high, the World Health Organization said. Court sacks Oluomo-led Parks. Garages Committee reinstates RTEAN. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria, NICN, sitting in Lagos Tuesday, voided the Lagos State government's appointment of a caretaker committee for managing parks and garages. Justice Maureen Esowe ordered the reinstatement of the operations of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, RTEAN, in Lagos State. The judge held that the state government suspension of the national union's operations and setting up of a caretaker committee was illegal and unconstitutional. She held that the government and the police should have intervened by arresting and prosecuting those behind any fracas purportedly involving union members and not inquiring into the dispute. The court also restrained the state government from further interfering in the operations of the union's ESCOs. It ordered the police to refrain from intimidating the union's officers, to remove all barricades it imposed around their secretariat, and to grant them unfettered access to their offices. Justice Esowe also dismissed the defendants' preliminary objections to the suit, saying the matter was straightforward, with no serious dispute to warrant an exchange of pleadings. RTEAN instituted the suit marked NICN LA 381/2022 in October 2022 to challenge the Lagos State government for allegedly dissolving the elected executive committee of the union in the state and appointing a caretaker body known as the Parks and Garages Administrators, headed by Mr. Musliu Akinsanya, known as MC Oluomo. The defendants in the case are the governor, the attorney general of the state, Moyesoro Onibanjo, and Shola Giwa, who is the special advisor to the governor on transportation. The fourth to 37th defendants are the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, and all the members of the caretaker committee. In January, the union, through its counsel, Elisha Kura San, urged that a state cannot interfere in the affairs of a trade union registered under the Trade Unions Act of 2004. He added that the state cannot dissolve the union, saying such matters are handled by the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment. But counsel for the state government, Adebayo Harun, contended that the government neither violated the law nor dissolved the national body's operations in the state, but has sought to maintain law and order by creating the ad hoc committee when violence is sued between the unions. The counsel for the 5th to the 37th defendants, Taiwo Bolati Shan, in his argument said the governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu had the power to maintain peace in the land. There was a crisis and the governor exercised his authority as the chief security officer of the state and put up a committee to be in charge of garages for peace to reign, he stated. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Mexican president accused of wiretapping activists violating pledge. Pegasus spyware was allegedly used on Miguel Augustin Pro Juarez, human rights center activist, until at least 2022. Press freedom groups said Tuesday the Mexican government apparently have continued to use Pegasus spyware to infect telephones of human rights activists as recently as late 2022, despite a pledge by the president Andres Manuel Lopez to stop such spying. The activists targeted by the spyware work for the Miguel Augustin Pro Juarez Human Rights Center. The center has been spied on in the past and has worked to expose abuses by the government, including the Mexican army. The Pegasus infection was confirmed through a forensic investigation by the University of Toronto Group Citizen Lab, the group said Tuesday. Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador's administration has been accused of using spyware to collect information on human rights activists. The report said their phones were infected between June and September of 2022, while the two activists were involved in investigations and protests regarding past army abuses, including the 2014 abduction and disappearance of 43 students from a rural teachers' college. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Crisis looms in Anambra community as two monarchs emerge. Police arrest two women for child trafficking in Enugu. Kiyamo mocks Labour Party over power Imo governorship primaries. NCDC reports over 1,000 cholera cases in 3 months. Cross River, Ebonyi, top list. Court sacks Oluomo-led parks. Garages committee reinstates RTEAN. Mexican president accused of wiretapping activists violating pledge. You just listened to news updates on everyone at the 103.5 FM news, produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles.